The Galactic Council Hall was massive and cold. It floated in deep space, far from any planet. Bright lights reflected off metal walls, and thousands of alien leaders watched from their seats. Each race looked different. Some had scales. Some had glowing eyes. Some were tall like towers, and others were small but sharp and cruel. Today, they were all here for one reason. Earth. A large screen lit up in the center of the hall. The word humanity appeared on it. The moment it did, laughter spread across the room. "They are late again," one alien said with a grin. "Still using metal ships," another mocked. "They call themselves intelligent," a third voice laughed. Humans were the weakest species in the galaxy. No natural armor. No sharp claws. No psychic powers. No long lives. Every major empire agreed on one thing. Earth did not belong among the stars. A tall alien judge raised his hand. The room slowly became quiet. "Earth has requested to present their final defense," he announced. "They claim to have created a prototype that will change our judgment." The word prototype caused even more laughter. A human ship appeared on the screen. It looked small and old compared to the golden fleets around it. The doors opened, and a single figure stepped forward. It was a human. No shining armor. No glowing weapon. Just a simple bodysuit and calm eyes. "That's it," someone shouted. "That is their weapon." The human prototype stood still. He did not react. He did not speak. His face showed no anger, no fear. The council laughed harder. Earth's representatives sat silently. They had heard these laughs before. Too many times. But far away from the council hall, in a dark and hidden place, another scene was unfolding. A prison ship drifted silently near a dead star. No flags. No signals. It was not meant to be found. Inside the ship, deep below layers of steel and energy locks, lay a single prisoner. She was the alien queen. Once, she ruled a powerful empire. Entire systems bowed to her command. Her voice alone could stop wars. Now, she was chained. Her wings were torn. Dark blood slowly fell to the floor. Her crown lay broken beside her. Her own people had done this to her. Betrayal had come from those she trusted most. She had been kept alive on purpose. Not out of mercy, but punishment. Footsteps echoed in the prison chamber. A human guard entered. He was not important. Not a general. Not a hero. Just another human assigned to watch her. The queen slowly lifted her head. Her eyes, once full of fire, now carried only pain and exhaustion. She looked at the human. Of all the creatures in the galaxy, it was a human who stood before her. Weak. Short-lived. Mocked by all. Her voice was barely a whisper. "Human," she said softly. The guard stopped. Chains rattled as she moved closer, dragging her broken body forward. "Please," she murmured. "Just let me die." The human froze. He had been told never to speak to her. Never to respond. Yet something about her words cut deep. Back in the council hall, the laughter continued. "Their prototype cannot even speak," an alien judge sneered. "Earth has failed." The human prototype still stood in silence. No one noticed his hands slowly clench. No one noticed his eyes darken. And no one in the galaxy knew that at this very moment, a broken queen and a mocked human were about to change everything. The laughter would not last forever. The alien queen remembered a different life. Before the chains. Before the pain. Before the darkness. She once stood on a throne made of living crystal. It glowed with the light of her world. Millions bowed when she spoke. Her voice carried power, but she never used it for fear. She believed strength was not only in force, but in control. Her people were born warriors. They loved conquest. They loved war. Planet after planet fell before them. But their queen was different. She wanted peace. She wanted her empire to stop expanding and start healing. Too many worlds burned. Too many children died. She saw the future clearly. Endless war would destroy them all. Her generals did not agree. They smiled in public and bowed before her throne. In secret, they met in shadows. They whispered words like weakness and betrayal. They said their queen had lost her fire. "She thinks like a human," one of them said with disgust. That was when the plan was made. On the night of the Great Assembly, the queen walked into the hall unarmed. She trusted her people. She always had. That trust broke her. Energy blades came from every side. Her guards fell first. She fought, but she was not prepared for betrayal. Not from her own blood. They did not kill her. Death was too kind. Instead, they stripped her of her crown, tore her wings, and dragged her away in chains. To the galaxy, they announced she had died in an accident. The Empire moved on without her. Now, she lay in a prison that floated near a dead star. The light outside never changed. Time lost meaning. Pain became normal. The Queen opened her eyes again. The human guard was still there. He stood near the door, helmet off, watching her carefully. His face showed fear, but also something else. Curiosity. She laughed weakly. The sound turned into a cough. "You are afraid," she said. The human did not answer. "You should be," she continued. "I was once your enemy." He shifted his weight but stayed silent. "I ordered worlds to burn," she whispered. "I watched cities fall from the sky." She waited for hate. For anger. None came. That confused her more than chains ever could. "Why do you not look at me with disgust?" she asked. The human finally spoke, his voice low. "I was told to guard you," he said. "Not to judge you." The Queen closed her eyes. Judgment. She had faced none from her people. Only knives. She pulled against her chains, wincing in pain. "My own kind broke me," she said. "They feared peace more than war." The human listened. She leaned her head back against the cold wall. "They laugh at your species," she said quietly, "just as they laughed at me." The human said nothing, but her words struck something deep inside him. Across the galaxy, in the Great Council Hall, the humans were still being mocked. Earth's name was spoken like a joke. The Queen opened her eyes again and looked directly at the guard. "I asked you to kill me," she said. "Not because I fear death." She paused, her voice trembling. "But because I cannot serve monsters." The human swallowed. "What if you lived?" he asked. "What would you do?" For the first time in a long while, the Queen smiled. "I would tell the truth," she said. "And the galaxy would burn with shame." The human prototype, standing before the council, slowly raised his head. Somewhere between a broken queen and a silent human, fate was shifting. And the galaxy still had no idea what it had started. The human prototype stood alone in the center of the council floor. Bright lights shone down on him. Hundreds of alien eyes watched every small movement. To them, he looked fragile. His body was smaller than most warriors in the room. His skin had no armor. His hands held no visible weapon. He was everything they believed humans were. Weak. A voice echoed across the hall. "This is Earth's final creation," an alien judge asked. "This is your answer to galactic war." No response came from the human. A ripple of laughter spread again. "He cannot even speak," someone said. Did Earth forget to finish him? Earth's delegates clenched their fists. They wanted to defend him. They wanted to shout. But words had failed humanity before. The prototype was not built in a lab to be perfect. He was not a machine. He was chosen. Chosen because he could feel pain, fear, doubt, and choice. His designation was simple. Prototype Adam. Adam remembered the day he volunteered. Earth was tired of losing. Tired of watching colonies burn. Tired of begging for mercy that never came. They did not want a monster. They wanted a mirror. Adam trained for years. His body was pushed past normal limits. His bones reinforced. His mind tested again and again. But the most important test was never physical. They asked him one question. If you had the power to destroy your enemy, would you? Adam never answered quickly. He always asked, why? That answer made some leaders angry, others afraid. But Earth chose him anyway. Back in the council hall, a tall alien general stepped forward. Show us something, the general said, or leave this hall in shame. A weapon slid across the floor toward Adam. It was advanced, heavy, designed to kill. Adam looked down at it. He did not pick it up. The room fell silent. What is he doing? Someone whispered. Adam raised his eyes and looked around the hall. For the first time, the aliens felt something strange. He was not afraid. I am human, Adam said calmly. Gasps filled the room. They had not expected his voice. I was not made to impress you, he continued. I was made to choose. The laughter returned, louder than before. Choose what? An alien mocked. How to die? Adam did not react. I choose restraint, he said. I choose control. That only made the council angrier. Enough, the judge snapped. Earth has wasted our time. Guards began to move. Far away, in the prison ship, the alien queen felt something change. She opened her eyes suddenly, her heart racing. The human guard looked at her in surprise. What is wrong? He asked. The human, she whispered. The one they mock. She smiled faintly. He is dangerous. Back in the hall, Adam closed his hands slowly. The lights flickered. Energy sensors across the chamber spiked. The aliens stopped laughing. What is this? Someone shouted. Adam had not touched the weapon. He was the weapon. Earth's prototype was not built to conquer worlds. He was built to survive them. And the galaxy was about to learn why mocking humans was a mistake. The council hall had fallen silent. No one laughed anymore. Energy readings climbed across the chamber. Screens flashed warning signs. The alien judges leaned forward in fear, their confident faces now tense. Adam stood calm in the center of it all. He had not moved. He had not attacked. Yet the pressure in the air felt heavy, like a storm about to break. Stand down, the chief judge ordered. Deactivate whatever this is. Adam slowly opened his hands. The energy faded. The room breathed again. This is why you fear us, Adam said. Not because we destroy, but because we stop ourselves. The words unsettled them more than any weapon. Before anyone could respond, a new signal broke through the hall. A red alert flashed across the screens. Unauthorized transmission detected. An image appeared. A dark prison chamber. Broken chains. Blood on the floor. The alien queen. Gasps filled the council. She is alive, someone whispered. Adam's eyes fixed on the screen. The queen looked weaker than before, but her eyes were sharp. Burning. My people betrayed me, she said. And you helped them hide the truth. The council erupted. This is a lie, a general shouted. But the queen raised her hand. Hear me, she said. Or silence me forever. Her gaze shifted. She looked directly at Adam. I begged a human to kill me, she said softly, because I believed death was better than serving monsters. Murmurs spread across the hall. Instead, she continued, the human listened. The screen shifted. It showed the prison guard. The chains falling away. A human hand offered help, not a blade. Adam clenched his jaw. I was their enemy, the queen said. Yet they showed mercy. Her voice grew stronger. You call humans weak because they feel, she said. But feeling is their strength. Alien leaders shouted. Guards moved. Chaos grew. The chief judge slammed his staff into the floor. Enough, he roared. End the transmission. Adam stepped forward. No, he said. The guards stopped. You judged us without knowing us, Adam continued. You laughed at us. You still do. He looked around the room. This queen asked me to kill her, he said. Do you know what we chose? Silence. We chose to free her. The room froze. In the prison ship, the Queen stood tall for the first time in years. The chains lay broken at her feet. "I will testify," she said. "I will name every traitor, every crime." Fear spread through the council. This was not war. This was truth. The chief judge's voice shook. "You will tear the galaxy apart," he warned. The Queen smiled. "No," she said. "You already did." Adam lowered his weaponless hands. "Humanity does not rule by fear," he said. "We rule ourselves." The transmission ended. The council hall remained silent. Somewhere in the galaxy, power shifted. The stars did not change. But the future did. The Galactic Council did not meet again for 3 days. When it finally did, the hall felt different. The laughter was gone. Alien leaders sat quietly in their seats. Some avoided looking at the central platform. Others whispered in fear. News had spread fast across the stars. The alien queen had survived. And she had chosen to stand with humanity. Adam stood beside her. No chains bound the queen now. Her wounds were treated. Her wings were still damaged, but her back was straight. She wore no crown, yet she looked more powerful than anyone in the room. The chief judge cleared his throat. "This council is in session," he said carefully. The queen stepped forward. "I was betrayed by my own generals," she said. "Not because I was weak, but because I chose peace." A screen lit up behind her. Names appeared. Faces. Records of secret meetings, hidden prisons, burned worlds. Proof. One by one, powerful leaders were exposed. Empires that once mocked humans now stood accused of war crimes. Some shouted in anger. Others sat frozen, knowing they were caught. The Queen turned to the council. "You laughed at Earth," she said. "You called them failed." Her eyes narrowed. "Yet when I was broken, it was a human who freed me." Silence filled the hall. Adam stepped forward. "We were never trying to be like you," he said calmly. "We were trying to be better than our past." An alien general sneered weakly. "You think mercy makes you strong?" Adam looked at him. "No," he said. "Choice does." The council voted. For the first time in galactic history, multiple empires were sanctioned. Fleets were disarmed. Prison worlds were opened. The Queen's betrayers were arrested. All because a human chose not to kill. Outside the council hall, news spread across the galaxy. Humans were no longer ignored. Human ships were invited, not mocked. Human words were listened to. On Earth, people watched the broadcast in silence. Some cried. Some smiled. Some simply breathed in relief. They were no longer alone. Later, on a quiet observation deck, the Queen stood beside Adam. Stars stretched endlessly before them. "Why did you save me?" she asked. Adam thought for a moment. "Because if we become like them," he said, "then we lose what makes us human." The Queen nodded slowly. "My people feared you," she said. "Not because of your weapons." She looked at him. "But because you can stop yourselves." She placed a hand over her chest. "I will stand with humanity," she said. "Not as a ruler, but as a witness." Adam looked out at the stars. "We don't need to rule," he replied. "We just need to be heard." Back in the council hall, an empty seat remained where laughter once echoed. No one joked about Earth anymore. No one called humanity weak. Because the galaxy had learned a hard truth. Humans were not dangerous because they destroyed worlds. They were dangerous because they could change them. And from that day on, whenever a new species rose among the stars, the council remembered one thing. Never laugh at humans.